Back, you are listening to the Maryam Mkwanda show on Islam Media, and it's time for the My Journey to Islam segment. On today's My Journey to Islam, I have Petronella Aisha Khumalo, who is going to be sharing her story with us. The last time we spoke to Petronella was when she was featured on the hit list as a Miss Empress in the running, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that as well. Assalamu alaikum, Aisha. Aisha, assalamu alaikum.
Malcolm Salam, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, all well, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, how have you been since the Miss Empress and chatting to us? I mean, that was what, last year? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like last year. This day my life has been like busy and I hardly ever time to like take a break and just reflect and yeah, this has been hectic.
All right. No, it's always a pleasure to catch up with some of our previous guests. Now, tell us about your journey to Islam. How did it all start?
So basically, I grew up being surrounded by Muslim friends.
Hmm.
Like, funny enough, I just found out that some of them we work with them. So
Mm-hmm.
I've always been interested what it all Islam is all about, and they always talk about it, and we would try and discuss it. And then around high school, I met my high school teacher, which like he pushed me to convert,
Mm-hmm.
like to. So I wasn't ready at that time, so I started to like learn more about Islam. So you kept on inviting me to the functions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started practicing like reading Salah and reading the Quran. And then from there, I saw that I love this religion so much. And on the 27th of October, I just I woke up and I'm like, I'm ready to convert. Let's go. So I
Mm-hmm.
was so surprised. So he's going to do to the first week with the Jamiat.
Mm-hmm.
And then I converted and I chose the name Aisha. They were also shocked. They're like, do you even know the
Mm-hmm.
name that you chose, like what it means? And I'm like, I have no idea, not that I'm well equipped, like what it really means. Then they're like, that's a powerful name. I'm like, I really didn't know. Then
Mm-hmm.
he gave me like a book, a list of names. Like, if you don't like it, you can change, you can take care. Then
Mm-hmm.
I refuse. I'm like, I'll go with Aisha. I love it. And since from there, he has been such a blessing and my life has been at peace.
Wow, mashallah. And since converting to Islam, or rather when you did convert, did you have any challenges?
Totally, I did have many challenges, like such as family. You know, when you come from a
Yes.
African family, they tend not to understand like why, what pushed you, and they think like maybe it's demonic or something like that.
Mm.
But I try to make them understand, like, no, um, it's not like that. It's my calling, and I always tell people that me being Muslim is my calling. I believe it's my calling. And then they understood. And then funny enough, my dad started going to the mosque because he wanted to find out like why my child chose this specific religion.
Yeah.
So he went to the mosque and then he saw like how they pray and how they do things. And then he was quite surprised and he was very pleased. And then he just came back to me and just said, my child, I'm happy for you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this religion is pure indeed. We thought maybe we are following something like, something out of this world. And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, now you've seen that I've been telling you. So then he believes me. And then from there, they've been supportive, but isn't for my mom. Isn't supportive, but not 100% supportive.
Yeah.
And then for friendship, I like most of my Christian friends, they started to sense like, like, I was left just me being alone.
Yeah.
Like even now, it's very difficult for me to like get a friend and say everywhere else. you know,
Yes.
like this is my best friend. It's very difficult. They always look at me otherwise and all the stuff. But others they understood that this is what she chose, and I'm happy, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh, no. May Allah grant your father hidayat so that he can also become a Muslim as well as the rest of your family. And also, don't worry, you will get friends that are going to be with you until the end. Friends that really need, that understand you, what you're going through, and the person who accepts you for who you are and not your religion. Now,
That
you mentioned about your family and their reaction to your conversion. Tell us about your first Ramadan experience. How was that?
my first Roman experience actually shocked many people. I enjoyed it. It was a best experience. I enjoyed it. Like I wouldn't miss any 5 daily prayers. I
Mm.
like the way I was so energetic. Um, and then we just went like, we understood why you posted in Aisha.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one that always when they like invite me somewhere, I'll be like, I'll follow it because the men will normally leave and then the women, pretend to sometimes get busy or something else. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, no, I want to go to the mosque. I don't want to pay it home. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
go with him and then I'll go to women's facilities and then I'll read my salah. And um, so it was like amazing. I really enjoyed it. I didn't find any difficulty and people were asking like, don't you get hungry? And I was just asking like, sometimes when you like God is speaking to you, you don't feel hunger. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how I put it. Like I really don't, and that's all I can say. Like I really encourage like people to really look at Islam the different way because I have tested it and I know what it's like and I understand and now I'm able to understand like what is the difference between Christianity and Islam and while others are things I could say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my Ramadan experience the first one it was amazing. I can't regret any moment.
Mhm. Mashallah. At the moment, or rather a few years down the line after your conversion, have you experienced any challenges, perhaps maybe integrating into the Muslim society or community, finding a Muslim community that you can gel with, friends, Muslim friends? Have you had any other challenges?
Um, Definitely, like I do experience challenges at the moment, like even like to go to Muslim like Islamic community and all that stuff where all Muslims are, like it becomes a challenge and because now I'm so stuck, like my life has become so busy to an extent um like 94.7 I'm surrounded by non-Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes really difficult. Like if I had to read my salah, it becomes really difficult because I take my salah as like it's my tablet, my daily dose of tablet. So if I
Mm-hmm.
just don't take my 5 tablets a day, I don't feel well. I feel horrible. Like my experience is just my day would be slow. But
Mm-hmm.
then they understood. I tried to explain to them. Then they make a room for me. Like okay, this is where you can stay. And if I go to Muslim community, just like once in a while, or maybe I go to a mosque, it's not that there's consistent as before.
Mm-hmm. What
Yeah.
is what are some of the frequently asked questions that you get? I know as Muslims we often get those, especially as Black Muslims, because I mean it's not something that people are used to.
So basically, oh, this is it's quite a hard solve question because people ask me a lot of questions like, uh, I'm Indian, and then I just tell them like, no, I'm a human being. Like, okay, why do you wear stuff like you cover yourself? And um, it becomes, and then I just thought of like, Mother Mary, Sister Aponia, um, is how I see myself. Then they're like, but that's ancient. Why do you still speak about that? And that's the Bible. And we're like in the 20s. And I'm like, you won't understand. Modesty comes to, it's not about, you know, showing like your skin and all the stuff. It's just about wearing according to what you feel is right for you, not
Mm-hmm.
according to what pleases other people. Then they
Mm-hmm.
understand, and others will, they're trying to, you know, make fun of it and be like, think maybe I'm sad, I'm depressed because I like black. I don't like putting many colors. Not
Yeah.
that I'm against it. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
I find it difficult to work around it.
Mm-hmm.
So black, I just love it. So if I wear black, you know, in the black community, that it is, um, it's like, you know, it's like you're crying, you're mourning. So
Mm-hmm.
then I just go with it and just say, I'm mourning because of this reason. Then they're like, wow, are you even real? So, so it's like, it's a lot of like day to day. I always like get people asking me, but some they just look at me and they just keep quiet.
Yeah, I know. I also like black shame, and then people will look at you and be like, "But why do you wear black?" I'm like, "Because when in doubt, wear black." Psh, duh.
Yeah, and then they're like, isn't it hot?
It is what you want it to be. Yeah, I know. When it comes
Yeah,
to this frequently asked questions, one of them that people always want to know is, do we have hair underneath here? And I know there are Muslim sisters who feel like, hey, you know what, let me cut my hair off because it's easier to work that way. But
yes,
yeah, guys, we do have hair, whether it's
true,
long,
yeah,
whether it's short, whether it's dreaded or braided, but we do have
yeah,
hair. And no, we do not shower or take a bath with our scarves on.
that's true.
All
That's
right.
true.
Okay, Aisha,
Yeah.
what advice would you like to give to someone who's interested in Islam? Like, if you had a friend sitting next to you and they wanted to know more about Islam, what would you tell them?
The advice that I can give it to them is that they must they must be willing to learn, and they must go an extra mile, like maybe buy a book or something. Like we search on the internet, like the types of books, like the beginners that you can get, or maybe go into Muslim community and try to get a book. Like I remember my first Quran, I never got a Quran,
Mm-hmm.
a Holy Quran. It was the Imam, and it was the first book. So I just went to the shop, and then he was reading a like a Quran, and then
Mm-hmm.
certain verse, and then he just looked at me, and then he's like, "Can I give you this Quran, and then you can um do dua for me?" And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "How did you know that I came here all the way from Northeast to just look for a Quran?" And he's like, "I didn't know. It just I thought my heart that so." That is the Quran that I have. So I will advise someone that they must not be scared to be judged. People will judge, always judge you, whether you're doing good or wrong. They must, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like believe in why they want to become Muslim. That's the main point. Like why do you want to become a Muslim? Because you can't just say I want to become a Muslim just because um I want to cover up or I want to eat halal. It has to be something more, something deeper. And I believe that if it's your dream to come to become something else, you have to put work into it. Otherwise, it will become a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well said. Thank you so much for your time, Petronella, and hope you have a wonderful day and good luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum salam.
That was Petronella Aisha Khumalo chatting to us about her journey to Islam. And you might have been familiar with her as she took part in Miss Empress last year, and we got to chat to her last year about the Miss Empress pageant that she was part of. And yeah, no, it wasn't your typical beauty pageant that you think about Miss South Africa, Miss S18 walking down the runway and what would you change and world peace. And no, it wasn't that type of pageant. It was a rather interesting one. But anyways, it is 12:51 on this Monday, the 30th of November, 2020, and you are listening to the Maryam Mkwanda Show. Do stay with us. We will be right back after the break.
Discover the Africa of your dreams and surround yourself with her spectacular beauty.